Hey y'all, welcome to Back Porch Cooking and Reminiscing. I'm Roger, and as always, happy to have y'all here with us today. So today, Audrey's going to be making a recipe for you, but before she gets to her recipe, I'm going to give you a little history on this recipe that we're doing. I'm going to read this to you because, as y'all know, I can't remember anything, so I'm just going to read it straight off of the phone here. So what we're making today is called Pool Hall Slaw or Pool Room Slaw. And it's a unique mustard-based condiment that holds a legendary status in the rural central South, especially in Fayetteville, Tennessee, and parts of northern Alabama. Unlike the creamy mayonnaise heavy coleslaw found elsewhere, this version is tangy, bright yellow, and shelf stable, making it more akin to a pickle relish or a chow chow. So the origins of Pool Hall Slaw, it's tied to, or the name is tied to the social culture of the early 20th century. Fayetteville, Tennessee, the town is widely considered the birthplace of the Slawburger. Two famous spots on the town square are the primary keepers of the tradition. In the 1920s and 30s, pool halls were a social hub that served quick, affordable food because refrigeration was less reliable and space was tight. A vinegar and mustard-based slaw was a practical choice. It didn't spoil as quickly as mayo-based versions and provided a sharp, acidic contrast to fatty burgers and hot dogs. This isn't just a burger with slaw on top of it. In Fayetteville, a Slawburger is a specific culinary icon. The patty is often thin and the slaw is piled high, sometimes served with nothing but the meat, the bun, and a generous scoop of the signature yellow mixture. Today, the tradition is so strong that Fayetteville hosts an annual Slawburger Festival every April to celebrate this specific regional heritage. It has moved from the back of pool halls into jars sold at local general stores and boutiques. Though many purists insist it's only authentic when eaten on a burger while sitting at a counter in Lincoln County.
Hey guys, I'm going to dedicate this recipe to my brother-in-law Steve today. He's been wanting me to make this for a long time. So I'm making this for him. So Steve, if you're not watching, you better get to watching. The first thing I'm going to do is I've got my pot on and I've got it on about medium heat. And you will need a large pot for this particular recipe. The first thing we're going to need is 1.5 cups of white distilled vinegar. You just pour that into the pot. I'm just using a generic white distilled vinegar, any kind will do. Then you're going to need 1.5 cups of white sugar. Just dump that in. And then on top of that is 1 cup of yellow prepared mustard. I'm using just your regular Heinz yellow mustard, but you can use any brand you want as long as it's the yellow prepared mustard. You just dump that in as well. This is going to be the dressing part for the coleslaw. Well, it's technically not coleslaw. Let me change that. For the burger slaw, give Roger all these dirty dishes. They're kind of piling up on me. All right. Okay, and to that, I'm going to get my notes here. In this bowl rather, I've got my spices that I need. It's really simple. But you're going to need a half teaspoon of ground turmeric, a half a tablespoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a half teaspoon or a half tablespoon rather of red pepper flakes.
And we will put this recipe
in the
in the
description.
description. So
Yeah.
y'all can go to the description to be able to follow the recipe.
Where'd my spoon go? Oh, I
You
think I
gave
gave
it
it
to
to you.
me.
Sorry about that. May I have it back?
You can have it back.
Thank you. Okay, in the meantime, we're just going to go ahead. I've got this on medium heat, like I said, and we're just trying to get the sugar to dissolve good in the vinegar and the mustard to incorporate. As you can see, my mixture has come to a full rolling boil. We want it to be that way, and to that I'm going to add 8 cups of shredded cabbage. I used my food processor to make it shredded like this. I just kind of pulsed it. So we're just going to dump the 8 cups in, which is about a large head of cabbage. It's the size that it was. And then you add 1.5 diced green bell peppers. I've done a sort of a small dice on these. You dump that in there. And then to that, we're going to add 2. This was 2 fresh carrots, whole fresh carrots. And I use the food processor to process it up and make it kind of small. And then to that, 1 large grated onion. You just dump all that in. And then I'm going to stir it all in. Probably should cut it down a smidge. And then we're going to cut the heat down to medium. And it's going to simmer for about 25 minutes in the pot. I'm going to put the lid on it and let it sort of start kind of melding together. Like Roger told you, this is more of a relish than a slaw, but it is called Pool Hall Slaw or Pool Room Slaw. So this is really it. I mean, the prep is a little bit, but once you get everything mixed, or not mixed, but once you get everything chopped up and diced up and all that stuff, it comes together pretty quickly. So I'm going to put my lid on here, and I'm going to let it just sit here on about 4 for 25 minutes, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, it's been about 25-30 minutes. I gave it a little extra love since I put this on to boil, and it's looking pretty good. Okay, now I'll show you kind of what it looks like. See how it's more like a condiment relish than slaw? But I'm going to let it sit here and just continue to rest in this pot while Roger goes out on the Blackstone and grills us some burgers. And then I'm going to top some burgers with it, and we're going to give it a taste test for you.
No, you're going to give it a taste test because I don't eat that kind of stuff.
Well, I'll give it a taste test.
All right, y'all. So I'm out here on the back porch. Audrey's got the Pool Hall Slaw made, and I'm going to cook us a couple of burgers on the Blackstone. This is the first time this year that we've got the Blackstone out. So hopefully we will have warm weather and we'll be able to cook on it many, many times. All right. So I've got a quarter-pound, 4 ounce, little over 4 ounce to uh, adjust for what's going to cook out of them. But a little over 4 ounce burger balls. And so we're going to put them on the Blackstone here. But before we do that, I'm going to throw just a little bit of oil down there. All right. I must have had a little water in my oil, but okay. And we're going to put us a burger down there in the middle, and we're going to put us a piece of wax paper on it. Put us another one down and some more wax paper. And then we're going to use our Blackstone burger press. Now, this is a big old bad boy here, but we're going to mash them out. Now, we're not mashing them as thin as we would a smash burger, but for the slaw burger, it does need to be a thin patty. Alright, we got 2 of them mashed out there. Now we're going to do our last one, because I want a double burger. Now, Audrey only wants a single, so we're just going to make one for her. And I'm going to have me 2. There's not anything better than a double cheeseburger. Alright, so we got them smashed out there where we need them. Now be careful if you're doing this, but pull the wax paper off of them. And don't touch that grill because it's hot. Alright, so got that off. Alright, we can get rid of the gloves now. And we're going to put some salt and pepper on them. And that's all we're putting on them, just some salt and pepper. And hopefully I got the Blackstone seasoned really well, and we won't have a problem when it comes time to flip them. Alright, so y'all, we're going to just let those cook until it's time to flip. Alright, y'all, so our burgers are about done. So I'm going to take mine here, and I'm going to just put mine on top like that. We're going to give Audrey's another flip just to be sure that we get hers done, because she is definitely not a medium rare burger person. But mine's going to be done, so I'm going to take them up, and then we're going to toast some buns here, and we'll be ready to eat. So we've got our Pool Hall Slaw and our Slawburger here, and we've got some chips, we've got some pickle, and the only thing left to do now is for Audrey to give it a taste.
That was absolutely delicious. If you like the sweet and salty and soury type condiments, I think you'll love this. It would be amazing on a hot dog or a brat or smoked sausage. Hey, Steve, I hope I made you proud with this Pool Hall Slaw recipe. I hope it's as good as you remember. I hope the viewers, I hope you guys will give it a try. I hope you'll make it for your family, share it with your friends. And remember, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button. We appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time.